Welcome muchachos, welcome back to the Extra Digest podcast, the baddest podcast, the 254 easy, busy, lemon squeezy. They call me Nyaassh, they also happen to call me the Jabroni Slayer. I don't know why, but I goddamn love it. And today I'm joined by a man who is not a guest here. He's made quite a number, plethora of appearances, but lately he's been MIA, I don't know why. Kind of reminiscent of his team, which is MIA in the goddamn Premier League. I'm talking none other than Vibes Lions, aka Timothy.
Are we not in a goddamn final, my bro?
Yeah. Huh?
Are we not in a final?
Ain't nobody giving a shit about
We're
you.
the only unbeaten team in Europe.
You're in the weakest European final of all time.
Allow me
You're in the
to
weakest
say hello
final
to
of
the
all
people.
time.
Allow me to say hello to the people. You've not been in a European final since 2006. How you doing, my people? The Vibes Alliance is in town. And when we're in town, you know, it's about to go down. It's been a fantastic ride. For the last couple of weeks,
Yep.
I was with Schweinsteiger.
Yeah.
You were with Schweinsteiger.
We've been doing a lot, bro.
You were with AFTV.
Yeah.
I was with AFTV.
Yeah.
And by the time I'm saying this, it's at different points and times.
Yes.
How's your last few weeks been,
Bro,
man?
it's been crazy. First of all, of course, we've been a bit MIA on the podcast, but we've been trying. TJ has been holding it down as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of work going on. The Heineken gig, the trophy tour, Schweinsteiger being in town.
Man.
You know, we had to be there and, interview him and talk to him.
You know.
Yeah. I got you signed Kofia.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the greatest thing I've gotten, one of the greatest things I've gotten this year was to get this guy who was hosting the trophy tour and all that.
Yeah.
To get Schweinsteiger to sign my hat. And I have my hat at home.
Yeah.
Signed by the one and only Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Absolutely.
I'll get that embroidered and framed.
Absolutely.
What a time. Thank you so much for that, man. How do you enjoy the gig?
Yeah, I mean, the gig was fantastic, man. Working with Heineken is arguably, not even arguably, it's the most premium brand of alcohol in Kenya.
I cannot weigh in.
Oh yeah, you're not a beer person.
It's not even about that. It's just about the brand, because it's a mother brand to the brand that I work with and for.
Yeah.
But also, basically just anything qual. Anything qual. Stopped here.
The quality.
You know.
Absolutely.
And you have the
top-notch.
qualifications. How about that?
Absolutely, man. And the quality of friends that you hang out with as well.
You know,
very, very important.
It is insanely important. Even above that.
Yeah, man.
Steam, who I also happen to work with and for, decided, you know what? We're going to bring in Robbie Lyle and Cecil G. Thomas from AFTV.
Yes.
To come on a 6-day tour to Kenya. And
yo,
I'm a United fan. Yeah. And I told them, and they love to hate me. They're just like, you're a United fan, but you sound a certain kind of way.
Yeah.
Well, God, how do you find that? How was your interaction with them?
I mean,
on your 3 separate times on air, during the watch party, and when you met them over dinner.
Yeah,
how was that like?
We got to break bread. That was fantastic. I need to say this before I go on to the AFTV one.
Yeah.
I shook Schweinsteiger's hand twice. I've taken a selfie with Schweinsteiger. My rate has absolutely gone up. So is my handshake. So when we meet, if you see me not handshaking you, my handshake right now,
Fika Bay.
Yeah, Fika Bay. It's quite expensive. I needed to put that one out there in case what one say squeeze out salimiangi bana. We wanna shake your no. The Jabroni Slayer's hand is a bit handshake is a bit expensive right now. So tunaweza goteana ama za hewa. But that's not the standing, man. I mean, AFTV, man, it's surreal. I started this because of the inspiration I got from AFTV.
No way.
Back in 2017, bro. I think at that point in time, they were 4 years in, but I'd watched them for only 2 years.
Okay.
I think I started watching them around 2015. So yeah, I'm inspired. I'm feeling these guys give fans just a chance and a platform to come and express themselves. Yeah. How you feel about the game, how you feel about the game as a whole, your team. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to open a platform where I give people a chance to come and express themselves. Yeah. And I started with myself expressing myself. And of course, football, I just started off 2017, October. And then from then on, of course, watching them a lot of times. Yeah. They have evolved now to not just AFTV to AFTV Media now. And they have DR Sports, a branch of, Duda's 25 employees.
Yeah. He's doing well.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's doing well.
Yeah, so meeting him was surreal, hosting him on radio. Of course, watching the game with him. I did the fan camps, but naona hiyo video zangu hazikutoka. I don't know.
No, yako ilitoka. I've watched yours. I watched yours.
Really?
You're not the thumbnail, but you're the second guy who talks. 3 people talking that nini.
Okay,
it's part of the nini. There are very few AFTV videos of that day, fan cams, but yours is on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then of course getting to break bread with them as they were doing some podcast there. It was fantastic. It was surreal, to be honest. They say never meet your heroes. Bro.
And you say?
Fuck that. Meet them, goddamn it. Might get even more inspired after that. So this is one of those situations where, meet your heroes went well for me.
Yeah.
For our truth, Najua he met his hero, a man like John Cena, but see, good there. That's another story. But yeah, man, that was crazy. You went for the workshop.
I did.
How
go
was
for
the workshop?
So it was fantastic. These guys came, sat down, and I think they respond to energy. So they already picked out that I'm the one hater. I'm the United fan. I'm the guy who is laughing at the Arsenal banners that look like the tifos.
Yeah.
And they're like, there's something about that guy. We don't like you, but there's something.
Yeah.
So they sat with us for about 5 hours, imparted their wisdom and their knowledge.
Yeah.
For like about 30 minutes, we went off topic for a bit.
Yeah.
But then after that, when we were doing the meet and greet, the photo shoots, Robbie pulled me to the side and just came running. And we sat down for like 20, 30 minutes. It's like, what is it you do? How do you do it? What's your process like? All of these things.
Yeah.
And he was trying to just share his wisdom and his knowledge with me. And Kidogo Banter, of course, after the PSG trip, things like that.
Yeah.
They promised to come back for AFCON, by the way.
No kidding.
Just in case you do not know.
December.
They do want to.
Yeah.
So
they should come back for sure.
Yeah. They're really... They're good vibes.
Very much.
They're good. They're
very good
great.
vibes.
They are great human beings.
Absolutely. I mean, for us to continue growing and developing further as creators, it's very important that we meet people who have created to that level.
Yeah, and borrow a leaf or two from them.
Absolutely, because there's absolutely one or two things you can learn from that. And that's why I'm having an issue with some people on X. They have issues with the fact that AFTV, Robbie and Cecile met 2 teams, basically Kenya Police and AFC Leopards. There are some people on X that are having issues like that. Like, why is he going to meet the fans? Why are you interrupting the training schedules of the teams? I'm like, ati nika Jaro Soja, nika masasa ati Jaro Soja. I mean, no disrespect to Jaro Soja. Honestly, no disrespect to Jaro Soja, but there is absolutely no way on this side you can compare Jaro Soja to AFTV.
Yeah, true that.
Bro, we're talking
AFTV,
millions of subscribers on YouTube.
Is bigger than clubs themselves.
Bro, absolutely.
It's one of, if not the biggest fan channel in football globally.
It's the best. It's the biggest in terms of followerships and numbers. It's absolutely crazy. So to say like they should not be meeting like in Kenya Police and all that, that's stupid.
That's
the only embarrassing thing is those people who are actually putting up those posts.
But you see, the thing is, it's just, I don't know, bigger picture type vision thing. So if you don't see the importance of having these guys in that space,
then you never get it.
Well, it's all for you.
If you ain't getting it, you never get it.
Yeah, but they were here, they watch the Premier League with you. A specific game. Do you want to start with that game, or is there anything that's worth talking about?
Not really.
Over and above that.
Honestly, I don't feel like we'll talk much about the Prem. I mean, the only maybe was Arsenal drew with Liverpool. I mean, a game of 0 stakes for Liverpool. Quite some stakes for Arsenal because of that top 4 thing.
Guard of honor.
Or top 2. Give them a guard of honor.
I've watched you give 2 guards of honor in my lifetime.
Yeah. I have never seen us being given a guard of honor.
Well,
but we have been given a guard of honor. So
when?
1998, Liverpool gave us a guard of honor at Anfield.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
2002, I don't know who gave us a guard of honor.
Not us.
Not you, but we won it in your backyard.
Yeah, but of course.
Just close. You gave it. Very close. 2004, I don't know who gave us a guard of honor. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's the one thing I was dreading.
Bro, do you think Liverpool pick up like any other points? Like they look like they're on holiday mode.
I thought, actually they're in holiday. They're
all in the pool. Right now they're just
some
chilling.
yacht and shit. Yeah, I mean, they're having a good time.
Valid makes sense.
Yeah.
Arsenal. I feel like that game was for you guys to win,
bro.
Basically.
Wasn't it like so typical of us? I mean, before they scored, too clear cut.
First of all, there's a free kick that was brilliantly executed, and Saka just mishit it. Sakawa before he
injury yake, he's converting that. I mean, did you see the goal he scored against Liverpool at home? At Emirates?
Of course I did.
Yenye alikata Robertson and then whipped it to the roof of the net.
I feel like he had enough time to even take a touch.
I think so.
You can take a touch, near post, take a touch, finesse far post, take a touch, score at 45.
Absolutely insane, bro. But
yeah, so
I mean,
you missed 2 chances. Liverpool get their 2 chances.
bang.
Capitalize.
2-0
And now it's champions. I think another talking point about that was the 2 banners.
Bro, that's look,
credit where it's due. That was fire. Banter. You know, man, because you're the receiver.
That was
always the bridesmaid.
Na unaweka picha tena akiwa na some night dress ama ilikuwa nini hiyo?
Na maua. Then
that was embarrassing.
So some guy posted that on X. Another guy reposted and is like, what you gonna do? Because someone said Liverpool will regret the day that they put this out.
Yeah.
The guy reposted is like, what you gonna do? Come second again? And it's funny and I think it's annoying for you guys because it's not just coming second to one team. Tunaelewa ati ni Man City sawa. Or Chelsea, okay, wacha.
Yeah.
Like one team. It's Man City, and then now Liverpool. So
out of
it's
nowhere.
Like, bado muko tu.
And this all goes down to one mistake. Not signing a striker.
Well, which is literally like the talk of the town right now for you guys. Because his names like Sheshko, Jokeres,
being floated around.
But Isak, I feel like
I feel like it's out of reach. Let me tell you how crazy it is.
Yeah.
We play Isak this weekend.
In your backyard.
In our backyard.
And if I'm not wrong, this guy's beat you 2-0 in a cup competition this season.
2-0. In the Carabao Cup, they beat us 1-0 in the league. We have not scored against Newcastle this season.
A madness.
In 3 games.
That's a madness.
So they're now coming for the 4th game.
And what's in it for them? They beat you, they go second?
Absolutely. They beat us, they go second, they go above us. I think if we lose to Newcastle, basically Isak is gone. No chance in hell. First of all, they get Champions League football, most probably.
I think they do. Nottingham fell off. Bro. Insanely. But I don't know what else there is to pull Isak from Newcastle to Arsenal.
But I think even anywhere.
No,
some stupid cash.
Unless like a Liverpool.
I feel like unless you have like a 300M transfer kit, that's the only time. And because you give out transfer fee of 150, and then there is wages.
Yeah.
And you're betting that dude ain't taking nothing less than 200 plus, or maybe 300.
That's a lot.
And you're giving him what? How many years? 4?
At the very least 4.
Chief.
At the very least.
If you give that guy 200 per week, that's like 10 plus million per year.
Yeah.
Then give him for 4 years. We're talking 40-50 million on top. Wages peke yake.
Unless Saudi come through and they're like, hey, sasa.
Bro, no. Msi ako Saudi already.
Already fala.
Ako Saudi already. So they got the money in.
How much is he earning right now?
No idea. But his contract is still 2028. I don't get it.
I think that's going to be the talk of the town in the next few weeks.
Yeah, so typical Arsenal, lose. 2-0 down, got ourselves back. Yeah. Of course, we watched that game with those boys. Those guys from London. It was nice. It was a nice experience. And everywhere we were watching at.
I watched it at home.
Yeah.
Nilikuwa nikuje, but safari. And I saw some crazy rain on Sunday.
The beauty of that is that came before some 2 games. Or after some 2 entertaining games.
But wait.
Actually 3 games.
We haven't even talked about you guys coming back.
Or the comeback.
Hey.
What is there to talk about?
Like
Merino getting a red card as well?
Finally, I saw Odegaard take a risk.
Oh yeah.
Finally.
He took a shot against PSG as we were getting knocked out.
Dude, are you listening to that statement?
What?
He took a shot against PSG.
Yeah.
Are you listening to that statement?
No, he doesn't take shots.
That's crazy business.
And that's criminal.
Your captain. That's your captain.
Exactly. I know he's been performing below par. He's been
up for his standards.
Yeah.
Way below par.
Our player of the season for the last 2 seasons. So to be putting the kind of numbers he's putting right now in the performances, nah. Yeah. Plus I understand, I don't know how true this is, but I've seen it. I saw it somewhere a couple of weeks back. He might be getting surgery after the season is done.
What for?
Ankle or something. So maybe the dude has been playing through some injuries and stuff. But not the one that keeps you out, but the one like you need to take care of. You see like how I think even Ben White after last season.
It's like us with Rashford last season.
Yeah.
With his shoulder and
Alicheza, yes, but after that, bro, you're going straight to the goddamn surgery. Yeah, so it could be the same with Odegaard. I don't want to make excuses for him because he's been bad.
He has.
He's been
bad.
But
it was good to see him take a risk.
At least.
Yeah,
and
good
the risk
save.
had some reward.
Yeah, good save, Alisson, Merino, whatever.
Yeah.
What was the other goal? I can't remember the other goal.
The other goal was
Who scored the other
no, Martinelli. Martinelli in the middle of the park was causing problems. Yeah, imagine between Van Dijk and Konate.
Hey,
like
the end of the season.
at the end of the season, these niggas have clocked out. Say a goal.
And then the funny thing is, I think earlier in the day is when United and Spurs both lost 2-0.
Yeah.
And guys are like, oh my goodness, this Europa League final is about to be inaitwa El Clasico.
Yeah.
CEL.
No.
L tu peke yake.
Yeah. This has to be the weakest Europa League of all time.
No, but funny enough,
yeah.
I think just viewership-wise, numbers-wise, the United Spurs final and the Inter PSG final will not be too far apart. Just because followership, viewership, all of that.
Yeah.
Not at stakes or anything, but for us it's huge, bro. It's insane that we're still the only unbeaten team in Europe. It's insane. It's a start. It's a fact.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But I mean,
bro, we are literally two very different teams. I think our players have clocked out. Premier League wise, of course.
Yeah, very
we
much.
Could lose
I think even Spurs as well.
Same thing.
Bro, Spurs have lost 20 matches.
We've lost what? 17.
Is this 17 or 16?
16 or one
somewhere
of the
around there.
Those are crazy
That's
numbers.
like, for you guys, it's almost half. For Spurs, it's more than half.
More than half of the. Ooh. As in, it's just that shows you that the bottom three were insanely horrendous.
Poor.
Because honestly, in any other, I think I saw a stat. In 8 of the last 10 seasons, if we had the points that we have and Spurs had what they have, we'd be relegated.
No kidding.
8 of the last 10 seasons.
Fuck.
This is your joint highest Premier League champion. This is actually the team that has won the most Premier Leagues. Not league titles, Premier Leagues. We have 13. That's crazy business.
Where you are right
like,
now.
what is that for? I know I've seen transition periods.
Yeah.
I've never seen one like this. And it's so polarizing because on one end, you're flirting with relegation until the 3 clubs are confirmed.
Yes.
On the other end, you simply cannot die. You're 4-2, 4-3 down. What was it? 4-2, 4-3?
Against who?
4-2 down.
Against Lyon?
1/10 minute extra time against Lyon in your home.
Yeah.
Everything looks like it's gone to shit.
Yeah.
Pardon my French. And 10 minutes later, we are screaming.
Winning the game.
Bilbao, a team that has conceded 14, 15 goals. 14 or 15 goals before the first leg against the whole campaign.
In the Europa
Man
League.
United.
Yeah.
And they concede 7 goals home and away. We have scored 45% of the goals Bilbao have conceded this season.
What?
As in, the stats are so polarizing, it makes no sense. United hear that Europa League theme and they know, it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing.
It's insane, bro.
Literally, that game, I don't know if I'll watch it with people. I literally do not know.
The final.
And it's next weekend. No, next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can watch it with people. I probably will. But I just, so much.
You should watch it. Why would you not watch it with some?
I know I will. It's just that I'm second guessing it. I'm thinking about, do I want to stay home and watch it alone?
Yeah.
Because there's a 90 million treasure chest on the other side. Over and above having the trophy, over and above qualifying for the Champions League.
Yeah.
There's a 90 million chest that would probably finally be used by Amorim.
You guys are getting 90 million.
Yes,
if you win.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But it's the Europa League. It's a second tier European competition.
But can we also agree like this one is the weakest Europa League of all time?
I don't think. No, you see the thing is it's contextual. Because you guys are very much looking at it with our league position. The Europa League as a competition has been good. It's been good. Man. And for us, it's just...
Bro, Bodo Glimt in the semis.
Bro, Bodo Glimt.
Come on, bro.
Actually, tulipiga hiyo Bodo Glimt, I think 5-1 tukiwa home, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah?
Ile Hoyland alifunga sijui bao fulani deadly. Yeah, I think tulipiga 5. If I'm not wrong.
Those are the dudes that are getting to the goddamn semis.
It's weird that there's a whole adjustment because now there's a UEFA sijui what conference league. Chelsea wanacheza Bible characters.
Yes.
Na Anthony.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
So I see what you're saying.
It's the weakest. 2 things for me.
Yeah.
Weakest one, look at the two teams that are there and how they're performing in the league. You always know, of course, the league is the best measure of how good or how bad a team is. Yes, it is. We have seen that in United like twice. These two teams are 16th and 17th in their respective league. Bro.
It's only a problem when Man United is involved. It's only a problem when you get
honestly.
Arsene Wenger waking up and saying, "Oh, they should not get Champions League."
Because no one is dropping. That's one reason why.
That's
the other
nonsense.
reason, these two teams are the fourth and fifth weakest teams in the league. Man United and Chelsea, and Spurs. Mm-hmm. You're the fourth and fifth weakest teams in the Premier League. Mm-hmm. You're in the Europa League final. Mm-hmm. Second of all, it just shows how weak it is. The Europa League is weak this time round. Also, no teams are getting dropped from the Champions League like before, where there was a better, or you could argue tougher opponents coming into the Europa League, dropping from the goddamn Champions League.
That holds water. Kidogo. That holds
Even
water.
the league, bro.
No, I'm saying.
Where's number 16, 17?
16,
17 in the league.
Ushasikia nyinyi ndo mnatuambianga story ya
Nini?
We have bigger fish to fry. Oh nini? And that starts end December. When you're getting into January, when you see that, okay, sawa. The league is here. We're okay in the league. FA Cup we can rotate because FA Cup sahi it doesn't matter too much because we have the league and the Champions League. Sindio? Champions League ndo hiyo higher. League is union. So like it didn't make sense to me when you guys talk about having bigger fish to fry and you get out of these cups like stupidly. Like Man City walitoka, was it to Preston North End?
The Carabao Cup.
The FA Cup, Carabao Cup, same thing.
FA Cup wako final.
Carabao.
Man City.
Must have been Carabao then.
Okay.
No, actually, Preston was Liverpool. When they were talking about the quadruple. Same thing, literally. You guys and Liverpool. Because Liverpool had talked about the quadruple
Plymouth Argyle ni walitoa Liverpool.
Yeah,
yes.
Wasema, we want the quadruple kidogo. We'll play slightly. We're playing Plymouth. We can do half good players and half we can rotate.
Yes.
Haya, sawa. We are out. Okay, we are on for the treble. Sijui FA Cup ni nini mnatolewa? Okay,
sawa.
Double. Kidogo. Champions League. What's up? Like
PSG.
It baffles me because I think cups are important. Trophies are important.
Of course.
In the last 5 years, we've been to 5 finals.
Yes.
I say this in comparison. You've been to none. I've had your fans change tune to the sense that we just want a trophy. At least a trophy. At least phase 6 Arteta sawa. Please, one trophy. Something. Have something extra to bring in other players.
Yes. Because you're progressing.
We are getting at least we are getting to like an FA Cup final, to a Carabao Cup final. We've got to the Champions League semi-final. Huge achievement.
Yes.
No banter, huge achievement. But like people want to lift something. People want the success.
No one disputes that.
Yeah,
no one disputes that. It does not make the Europa League a strong tournament this season. It's still a weak tournament this season. No one is disputing you are in the final.
My thing is, at the beginning of the season, we were all in 4 competitions. True?
Yes.
True. And so it's higher. This season we're crap. Bet. Where can we punch according to our weight?
Yeah.
Europa League. Sour.
Exactly. Where weak teams are.
And we'll go and we'll get the trophy. And we'll get the, hopefully. We go, lift the trophy, get the cash, build onto that, go to that Champions League next season. We write off this season with a trophy.
Yes.
Which people are on their knees for. Like rightfully. People are on their knees for a trophy, some money in the bank, kidogo. Build up your transfer budget. Because I know you guys have a 100 million transfer in.
Yeah.
If you want the FA Cup,
kidogo,
there's kidogo more, man.
Nah.
You win. No. There is. And substantial. You win the Champions
League has more money. Of course, Champions League right now, we almost have 100 million from it.
Still.
Without even getting to the final.
True.
The issue of contention here is
you're talking
not
about the strength of the Europa League as a tournament.
Being weak.
Bro, that's not our fault. You can only beat who and what is in front of you.
We are not saying it's your fault, bro.
No.
We are not saying it's your fault.
That sounds like a you problem. I don't care.
We are not saying it's your fault.
Is the trophy the same from 3 seasons ago?
It's a weak-ass trophy, bro.
No.
It's a weak-ass tournament. It's a weak-ass... Look, again, paper...
You were in it for quite a while.
Yeah, because you're getting teams dropping down from the goddamn Champions League, and that's why you are getting knocked out. Like teams dropping down from the Champions League. If teams are dropping down from the Champions League, so ain't no way.
You think we'd have been out?
I'm buyer. Bro, how many times have you seen that?
Bro, let me tell you.
You are not getting to the goddamn final, bro.
I think
no chance in hell.
Nah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah.
This is the weakest Europa League of all time. It's fine. Maybe you might win it.
I hope so.
Maybe you might win it.
Kulusevski leo ameenda surgery. So I really hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so.
Yeah. Maybe you might win it again, people with the cracks. I think for me, the proper measurement of your performance this season is in the league. You have been atrocious since you brought in Amorim. You have actually regressed.
We have brought in a manager who's coming to switch the whole DNA of the club.
And you have regressed since he came on.
So whatever. He's coming mid-season. He wanted the job at the end of the Nini. I'm not even trying to say, Mulim force.
Yeah.
No, it's fact.
Yes, fact. Yes.
He wanted the job end of the summer. Kina Radcliffe insisted.
Yes.
He was promised to be backed during the January transfer window.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm telling you because you see the same way you know.
He said that?
You see the same way you know about everything in the Nini, in the club, in your club.
Did he say that?
It's not even about what he said. It's about what everyone reports in the club. These are things that won't make major news for you because you're an Arsenal fan.
It's major news for me, Manchester United as a club because of how you're performing.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you about it. So I heard it.
Who reported that?
Nigga, what will I say? Laurie Whitwell.
Who? What?
Do you know Laurie Whitwell?
Who is he? Like a what? Man United correspondent?
Oh my goodness. So let me educate you.
School me on this one.
So the guy was not backed in January. And so it's higher. Make the best out of what you can do during the season. Finish as high up. Win a trophy if you can.
Yes.
Get the extra money. We have, I think, a 60-70 million transfer budget for the summer, which will be Amorim's first proper transfer window. It makes no sense. This guy has been set up to fail. That's why we have regressed. Basically, that's why, guys, injuries have not been the best to us. Us and you guys. I'll say us and you guys so that you don't feel like it's an excuse. It's a truth. You probably would have been fast. You would have been fast once this whole season.
No, it's okay. So you have bottled nothing.
Sorry, but were you not in a two-horse race? Two-horse race now, I'm the first once.
How do you bottle something you never had?
I've been fast more than you this season.
Yeah, and look where that got you. Number one.
To a European final.
Absolute nonsense.
A fifth final in the last 5 years.
So you being number one in the Premier League, you were, is the one that has gotten into the final?
No. I'm just.
But that's what you say.
You're saying. Look,
I've asked where that got you, and you're telling me got you to the European final.
No. I've been first 20 times. Don't worry about it.
How many times?
At the end of the season.
How many times?
I've been first 20 times.
Because you're the one who played the first game.
I can talk to Liverpool.
Because on Friday. Because you played on Friday and you played on Saturday.
I don't know about you.
You didn't even stay up for 24 hours.
I don't know about you.
You couldn't even hold up at that position for 24 hours.
I don't know about you. I'm gonna milk everything I can get.
No.
We've been trash, but hey, bro, it's been a crazy season. I think I even want to digress kidogo. But are you done with United?
No.
United
Spurs, I feel like we do a combo for them. You guys
for the final?
No. You guys have been bad. Spurs have been atrocious.
But you know, Spurs have beaten us 3 times this season.
Yeah, but
twice in the league and once.
They have lost 20 times.
That's true.
Bro, tumecheza 36 games.
Yeah.
Double of 20 is 40. So you have lost more than 50%.
They have. Do you think...
That's insane, bro.
You know what I think? I think just because of... I think Ange would get the sack.
If
he wins
nothing.
If he loses the final, I think he gets a sack.
If Amorim doesn't get the trophy...
The guy hasn't had a transfer window.
Does he get the sack?
He hasn't had... No, I don't think so.
Why?
He's coming mid-season. He's not had 1 year.
And he has improved you nowhere.
No, listen. Let the guy get money. Let him bring in his players.
So this is a guy who will win the Europa League. Hypothetically, if he wins it. So this is not his squad.
So he'll come back.
So this is not his trophy.
Listen.
These are Ten Hag's boys.
Listen.
So it's not the same thing that is branded against Arsenal.
Are you done? Yeah,
with Unai Emery. With the FA Cup.
Are you done?
We are always told that's not Arteta's squad. He won the FA Cup with Unai Emery's squad.
Exactly.
Is that going to be the case?
And he's gotten his players over time and won.
Yes, it's because the Community Shields.
Surely. Yenye mliinvitiwa. Man City wameshinda ligi na wakashinda FA Cup. You guys were second.
That's twice. You are featured in that thing twice. Don't get there by invitation. Why did you not invite the 10th team then?
You are invited.
Why did you not invite the 3rd team?
And you know
when you have invited that team,
you know
there's a reason why you're invited to these things, bro.
Yeah, so you see, when you finish second for the 3rd time in German season, hopefully if you beat Newcastle, invite you Arteta.
No, absolutely not.
City, no, actually,
yeah, we will not be there. No, we are not perturbed about that.
But no.
We are not perturbed about that.
No. Let's go back to your point.
Yes.
You're talking about Arteta and Siju winning with Siju who's team.
So,
and Amorim.
So
I don't think Amorim gets a sack because he has done what he needed to do with what he has.
But that trophy will not be his then. Because he has won it with. He has won it with 10 Hag's boys. Isn't that what you say about Arteta?
So I've never said that. What?
Yo,
that makes not me.
You never seen those conversations? You've seen those conversations, though.
I've never said that. Who manage those people?
Have you seen those conversations?
I have not seen anything of that sort.
You have not seen people saying Arteta won the FA Cup with Unai Emery's squad.
So you see the same way I was telling you about. I was telling you about Amorim. I've never had that. About what? So they're discrediting Arteta from.
Of course, he has won nothing. Because he has never won anything since he got his squad.
He hasn't won anything in the last 5
Nini.
That's fact. He won before, Sawa.
Yeah, but the whole thing is Arteta has won nothing because he won the FA Cup with Unai Emery's squad.
That makes no sense.
That's what they say on Goddamn Online.
That makes no sense.
Now I'm asking, is it going to be the same with Amorim?
Of course not.
Because he has signed nobody. This is Ten Hag's boys. So this is not his trophy.
Of course.
So we start counting his trophies that he shall win once he gets the summer transfer window.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm asking.
Oh my goodness.
But you don't share the same opinion. Sorry.
I do not share whatever that makes no sense because who coached those guys to the final? Who selected the first 11?
So can you call those people jabronis who are saying Arteta has never won this?
I've never said that.
No.
I know it is won.
No, I know you have never said that, but those people who are saying that.
That's stupid. That's foolish.
Yeah, can you call them jabronis?
You call them that.
No, you call them.
You're jabronis. What you talking about? That's a crazy claim.
Yeah, of course.
But I think
the
coach that's more likely to get the sack would be Ange as opposed to Amorim.
Yeah, because it means he's been there for like what? Oh, it's 2 seasons.
It is second season, and he said in his second season he wins things. So, bro, I'm telling you, this is a must not lose for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
For both teams.
I mean, I feel for Robbie. I mean, because Robbie is of course an Arsenal fan, and he hates Spurs to the core. But bro, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want Spurs to win it or Man United.
No, but
I think I said somewhere I want Man United. No, Spurs to win it.
The thing is, you see, for you, it's because it's a fan type thing. It's very geographical.
Very much.
For him, he'd rather have gone out in the group stages of the Champions League than see Spurs get to a final. Like for them, it's hatred.
Yeah.
Literally, it's like Gordon FC here.
Pure.
You see, for us, it's very fan related.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I hate watching PSG. Ilibamba.
Yeah.
If Man City go win the FA Cup, I don't care.
Yeah, nobody gives
But those are my neighbors,
Yeah.
So it's very geographical.
Very
Then he was telling me, I'm rooting for you guys to win. Do I like you? You annoy me. But you'd rather win it than Spurs.
Do you think if Man United wins the Europa League, would you claim that you have had a better season than Arsenal?
I have something show for it. I know that much.
So you'll claim
I've been trash, but still have a trophy.
So you'll claim you've had a better season than Arsenal?
I don't know about better. Better is relative. It's subjective.
And that's why I'm asking you.
No,
in this you can be as objective,
no,
subjective
my
as you
thing
want.
Is
because it's your own opinion.
My thing is when I'm going into what's it called? You could flex your league position. I have a trophy if I win. So you see, it's different.
So you're basically saying you'll have had a better season than Arsenal?
I'm just happy I'm celebrating something.
Yeah. So basically a better season?
Let's say that. I'm celebrating something. I don't know about you.
No, just say it.
I don't have to put
yes or no.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not open-ended.
No, so
it's not open-ended.
I'd rather stay in the Prem and win a trophy.
So you'd rather be where you are in the league and win the Europa?
Yeah, because next season I have seen Leicester jump dramatically.
Yeah, than be where Arsenal is at right now.
Yeah, because that's more frustrating for you, and especially because of your recent history.
All right, so basically, if you win the Europa League, you'll have had a better season.
Slightly better.
Slightly better season than Arsenal.
Better in terms like the end, as you said, Jack Bauer settings.
No.
Just because you're on camera,
I'm not disputing it.
Okay, fine. Jack Bauer settings. The end justifies the means.
All right.
So if the means, funny enough, and was I telling you this off camera? Do you know how we got into the Europa League this season? By winning the FA Cup last season.
Or being 8th.
So it's not even our league position.
Yeah.
So we've been trash. But last season, we got our FA Cup. We were so surprised. What? FA Cup? Man City beat us 3 times this season.
Yeah.
And we beat them. Bet. We have the FA Cup cheers, tuko Europa League.
Chelsea wakaenda nini?
Aya basi.
Yeah.
Na tukatoa Chelsea Europa League, wakaenda huko kucheza na Bible characters.
Yeah.
And now we're on the verge of doing the same thing, going into the Champions League through the back door again.
Yeah.
So there's a nuance to it.
I actually, come to think of it, you win it. I have a change of mind. I want Manchester United to win it.
Why?
So that you get the Champions League. So that you get a reality check
let me tell you
how bad you are.
The funny thing is, like when I was watching your first game, your first leg against PSG, and they beat you 1-0 at home.
Yeah, okay.
In the group, every 2-3 minutes, I'm texting. I'm like, this is such a high quality game. Like, what am I watching? I watched your second leg as well. Same thing. Guys are like, India competition tunataka kuingia back door. Hisi level yetu hii. And which is true. Right now we might have some players who, like your Brunos, Euro in good time, the late if he stays fit. Lisandro, who we forgot about. By the time Maguire has turned his career around, something is kidogo wrong.
Absolutely.
Maguire is our winger and our striker, and he's on that is saving us. So, I think with what you're saying, would get a horrendous reality check unless something insane happens in the summer, like us getting an actual striker, like a Victor, and probably like a midfielder, something. Because I mean, I know getting the Champions League would be nice because the money and of course those appearances, but I'm also looking at like there are maybe like 36 other teams that are better than you. True. So maybe they might have some more, and the big ones of course will have more money than you. So competing for top quality talent. But bro, unless the thing is, and it's so insane. I don't know. For us, we are an anomaly to the rules. Very. We are the second most valuable club. We've been trash for how many seasons, how many years. We are still second most valuable. So there's something about United. There's something, whether it's global viewership, whether it's just the name, the brand, all of it. So when you're talking about even guys with more money and getting other players, there are people who were born and when they had a conscience, a fully developed conscience, they saw United and they want to play for United. Same thing with Arsenal, same thing with Barcelona, Real Madrid. And so we could be trash currently. We could be in a horrible dip, transition again, because we've been transitioning so many times. We're not having long-term managers. We have owners who we are fighting day in, day out. Buddha, we are fighting owners and the government. What are we doing? And so it's insane. It's insane. But I think the underdog tag works for us. It's good luck with the underdog tag in the goddamn Champions League. Thank you very much. But then again, we're coming back to a competition where now it's a league again. And league is not working very well for us, right? despite doing well in the Europa League, it's the same thing. Bro, but it's also crazy, like the two teams that are top in terms of, look at the top two teams, especially the Champions League phase. Who are you? Was it Liverpool, Barcelona? You guys were you third? I think we were fourth. No, you were third. I think you were third. I think you were third. I think it was Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal. None of them got to a final. And Liverpool fell off Kitambo. And then Inter Milan. So, I mean, it's a different ball game over here, man. It is. I think. But then again, I have no problem with you guys getting Champions League because your business in the transfer window absolutely sucks. But you see, the thing is, if you don't change it, I don't know if you're getting. I think we're getting a DOF. Oh yeah. Yeah, but we have a lot of asterisks. We have an issue. We have an Anthony issue. We have a Rashford issue. You sell Anthony to Betis right now. I feel like you could get some decent money. Especially if you bag the Conference League, bro. Oh, that would be so good. Wait. Against Chelsea. Is it true that if actually bags the Europa League, if you bag the Europa League and the Conference League, he'll be the only player to be a double European champion? Those are good settings in my book, bro. I've been telling you this whole time. Those are good settings. I've been telling you this whole time. Anthony's a guy. GOAT, bro. Bagging 2 European medals in one season. Also, Chelsea have done this before. Like there were Champions League and Europa League holders over a certain time, like it overlapped. Yeah, because I know in 2012 when they won the Champions League, that season they dropped down to the Europa League from the group stages and stuff. And then they went on and won. So So
That is
literally,
insane, yeah.
Anthony is on the verge of making history.
Good settings, man.
But I think, like, for us, the summer we're going into is about to be huge.
As fuck.
So Amorim has time. He has his players. He has a preseason. He has a transfer budget, hopefully backed up by the war chest if we win the Europa League. And now you can offload players because he's cutthroat.
Yeah. He's better.
I hope so.
better.
At this point, do you think he has an option? He doesn't.
No, he doesn't have
Every other
much
manager
option.
that we've had has twisted. He's taking. Like he keeps talking about let's suffer now and we'll be okay later.
I mean, he's a proper PR guy. I think his communication skills are
But
top
have you
notch.
seen how many interviews he's done? He's done since he got here. He's been here for is it 7 months?
Yeah.
He's done 500 interviews.
Huh?
This guy is averaging
500. Wongo.
He's averaging 3 interviews a day. Look it up.
What?
Look it up. The same thing I was telling you about United, how we are still second biggest, whatever, most valuable. There is a reason.
Wow.
There's a reason the media will go off on United. There's a reason when something kidogo is wrong. Oh my goodness, we are front page, back page, all of that.
Yeah.
This guy has done 500 interviews. That's the craziest thing I've seen.
Bro, let me tell you, man.
Yeah.
The Red Devils and Tottenham are battling to win the maximum reward of 10 million
How was I told it's 90?
for winning the Europa League.
From where?
The losing finalists will be entitled to 5.9.
Where are you getting that from?
That's for the final.
Hey, no way.
It means United's prize money could surpass 20 million pounds if they're victorious in Bilbao.
That's a madness. There's a 90 million something. I
Ain't
don't know if it's...
Ain't no fucking way you're getting.
There's something.
Last season's Europa League winners, Atalanta, banked 18 million pounds in prize money after beating Bayer Leverkusen.
There's a thing. Wait. I don't know if it's...
Now on a 120 million pounds dollar gamble.
There's something.
Let me see this. Maybe in total, that's the 90. United's quarterly accounts for the period. No, I'm looking for.
What is it? There's something.
A winning campaign in the Europa League could result, therefore, be at least 60 million pounds to United. At least.
There's something. So, what pandishas those figures?
But playing the Champions League would take United's earning potential to way beyond 100 million pounds. Yeah, so
maybe is it that as well? There's something. But the round figure is like about 90.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't think you get that much money, bro.
Well, I just know it's significant. And then you see the problem is, even if you were to get the money, how much of it will the Glazers actually allocate? So it's a whole debacle, bro.
Yeah.
It's a whole debacle.
And also there's the whole issue of if you don't get Champions League, you start paying back to Adidas.
Watcha.
Bro, how crazy is that?
Watcha. I don't even want to think about it.
All right,
I don't want to think about
as far as the Champions League is concerned, the fight for it, the top 5, bro. Bumper to bumper.
In the Premier League?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Nottingham Forest seeming like they're falling off.
They have been deforested. I
do
not understand it.
How these guys have been top 3 for so long.
And then now you miss out
3 games to the end of the season.
Stretch,
that's crazy.
Crazy.
But
business.
I think, and then there's the whole issue of the owner who went to the fields. Alikuwa anakaa argue na Nuno Espirito.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
That was...
It seemed a bit off.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, it didn't look good. But I mean, come on. Nottingham Forest were on the verge of getting relegated last season.
See, the same thing I'm telling you about. Okay, but I continue.
And then this season, that turnaround.
It's very possible.
You know, for them, for you guys, it will be different, bro, because mtakuwa Champions League time. Nottingham Forest have been nowhere in Europe.
Oh, yeah.
So on the league, too, and of course, like the cup matches and stuff.
Yeah.
So that turnaround is big. There is no way you can be having issues with the coach. Ataka alitoa PR statement akisema he's happy with everything else.
Yeah,
after jumping from that to getting a European spot. Nah, the entitlement is crazy.
It is. But you see also, I think they were very close to, and they still feel like they're very close to the Champions League.
Yeah.
And especially now when a quarter of the league qualifies by the league position.
Yeah.
And then there's a small issue of Sisi pale.
Backdoor.
Sisi watu wa vibes.
Hizo backdoors zinafaa zifungwe. Hizo ndio venga anataka zifungwe, god damn it.
Yoni mambo yake.
But
it's insane. The race on it is insane. That makes your game against Newcastle that much bigger this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the worst we can do is finish 4th. But I mean,
is your Nini secured? Champions League?
Yeah, very much.
Mathematically.
The last we can do is finish 4th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chelsea, though, they look like they might get there. And what interests me a lot is the last game for Nottingham Forest.
Is who?
Chelsea.
Where?
Let me see.
Because if it's Stamford Bridge, that's a problem. Bro. If it's at their ground, that's very different.
Let me see. Nottingham Forest hosting Chelsea.
Ooh.
My God.
Guess who gets a winner? Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah. Go there. You know that Jazmba. Because I'm thinking like this coming weekend, West Ham host Nottingham Forest. Chelsea play with Manchester United. There could be some repercussions, you know.
No, hold up. I feel like Nottingham could still lose to West Ham.
Really?
Bowen is on fire, man. Bowen has been consistent since his injury.
Yeah. If you beat Newcastle, then these other teams have kidogo a chance. But now going the last day now, Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea, Newcastle versus Everton. No, I'm looking for this other team. Man City versus away to Fulham. I can't rule anything out.
That's still that's it. Man City drew to Southampton. What's the points,
bro?
Tally.
So, the third team right now, Newcastle, have 66 points.
Okay.
1 point above Man City, who are fourth with 65. Chelsea are fifth with 63. Level on points with Aston Villa. But better GD. Aston Villa gonna poor GD, bro.
Bro, let me tell you.
And then Nottingham Forest, they have 62 points.
That's crazy.
Insane.
I wish all those games were goal rushed.
But this junior G season a goal rush and stuff like that.
Iko 228.
Oh.
Yeah.
League.
Is it 248?
In the Prem?
248, yeah. DSTV utaangalia tu 248 uko chini.
Who do you have for you finishing the top 5?
Liverpool, of course.
Yes.
I think Liverpool, Arsenal, that's set. Newcastle. Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Man City. I'd really want to throw in an Aston Villa, man.
Yeah?
I'd really want to throw in an Aston Villa.
In the number 5.
And then you get Chelsea out. Because Chelsea will probably want to win the Conference League waingie Europa League.
Washinde Conference League waingie Europa League la wakai kwa hizo Europa League positions. But nilisikia if they win.
No, if they do, they have an option of CG.
Yeah, they'll be given the option by UEFA to either play in the Champions League or the Europa League.
But that's if they finish in the top 5.
Yes. How crazy is that?
That's insane.
Maresca should be a wise guy and just take Europa League.
Since it took you a Champions League shamelessly.
Achukue Europa League. That's his goddamn level.
I've never heard of something like that. That's
insane.
I feel like those rules at some point will be revised.
Maybe. There's so many.
And especially now that there are 3 competitions, I feel like at some point, you win the Champions League, you qualify for the Champions League. You win the Europa League, you qualify for the Europa League.
Yeah.
Despite your league position, I think at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some medals coming up.
Of course. Because you're involved. It's
especially because now the Europa League is weak. It's weak.
So mngetuwekea goro basi.
Weka hiyo nini?
Mngetuwekea goro.
Hatuwezi qualify confederations.
Na Al Ahly.
Lakini Kaizer Chiefs in the Prem, they're finishing above Man United. Ukweli wongo.
They are South Africans. Of course we are. Aye.
Super
Disky.
Yeah?
Aye.
Go there.
Aye. Scott Bafuma anajua chezanga ball.
Yeah?
Eh.
Lakini umili yake inakaa tu ya mpira hii.
He do a ball.
Again ile boy mwingine aitangwa Williams. That dude is crazy, man.
But bro, I think for me Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Aston Villa, Newcastle.
Let me tell you, there's nothing more. Let me tell you I don't know who you had in top 4. Who did you have in your top 4 this season? Acha kwambia gift ilikuwa weird. Yako ilikuwa gani?
I don't know if I can remember, but I think for sure you guys and City were there.
Yeah.
I think I had even thrown us in at some point, and then like a Chelsea. I don't think I'd rated Liverpool this season.
Oh yeah. I had Arsenal winning it, Man City coming second, Liverpool third.
It's okay. No. Sinuses. Continue. Aye.
Liverpool third.
Aye.
Who did they have as fourth? Aston Villa. Gift. Man City winning the league.
Who does get
5 times in a row. Arsenal finishing second. Guess who he had as third? Manchester United.
No, at the start of the season.
That was before game week 1.
But we were fast at some point this season.
No.
It even says
that was before you played that game.
Gift was on to something. Gift was on to something.
Which something?
There's something.
He was up to a week. He was up to nothing.
There's something less than a week.
Nothing. That time you had not even played your first game. Then the team he had as fourth.
Who?
Guess.
Spurs.
God damn.
That's bad.
Liverpool cannot get top 4. They have a new manager. They're going to struggle.
Yeah, I feel like very many people thought
absolutely.
But he was inheriting a good team. But
bro, but having United and Spurs as 4th and 5th, I mean 3rd and 4th.
Gift to ndio Swara. Gift kwenda huko.
To where they are right now.
Wesi baraka kwetu.
No man. For those who know.
For those who know.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, yeah. So that's what's up, man. I don't think there's anything to add apart from the Champions League.
Kylian Mbappe for 3 or 5 months was on the wrong side of tabloids. Oh, this is the worst striker Real have had. This is a horrible debut. He's on 27 goals
in the league.
He bagged a hat-trick in the Clásico.
In Camp Nou, Olympic,
whatever it's called, and lost to Barcelona again.
Bro,
Barca have owned us as Real.
Those are 4 times.
I can't believe it.
Now in every game they score 4 goals.
That's a madness.
That is insane.
But you see, the thing is, I think for everyone, their issue and their Achilles is very open for everyone to see. That high line is insane.
Yeah.
High line with and Mbappe running in behind. I don't know how Real did not capitalize on that.
There's no one who will thrive better on high lines next season than this Mandem.
Victor. But he's come to play for us.
Where?
Ngoja one.
Victor thrives on high lines.
Ngoja.
If you do on a Man City car visually wafanyia kwa Champions League.
But Man City's nini wasn't too high. It's just very much.
But it's
everyone
high
has
as
pushed
well.
Up kidogo.
Yeah.
And now ni counter.
Kidogo tu hiyo ndio aliwaua nayo.
Hey, Yabasa ni mingi.
Yeah.
Yabasa ni mingi.
But I'm be honest, man. Yo, Lamine Yamal. Chief. That dude is sensational.
Wait, he has 7 goals.
In the league.
I didn't even know that.
Manze, but the goal tally yake hata hajapita Nwaneri sana.
Buda, hajapita Jacob Murphy. Murphy akona 8 league goals.
No kidding.
So who should really win the Ballon d'Or? Jacob Murphy.
Jacob Murphy, where did he get his team though? Did his team ever win the league? As he wanted, did he win the Copa del Rey? Did he win the cup? But he won the Carabao Cup.
But bro,
Lamine Yamal is sensational, man. Yeah,
I think
niliona vitu alikuwa afanyia Inter Milan alafu naona tu Jan Sommer tu.
I think we finally have a generational talent. We have someone with Messi's skill and Ronaldo's arrogance and stature. Yeah. That's madness. Chief. Man, uni mtu Schneider amekam kusema, this is a lazy guy. Why his pants too low?
Some weird text though.
His pants are too low.
That guy.
Akaenda kafunga Netherlands. Akasag sasa
yote.
7
Yeah.
Oh, why is he dyeing his hair? Akafunga timu yake akadai nywele. Like
Schneider wakiwa na Van der Vaart, jabronis.
No, but you see, former ballers don't like mercurial players.
No,
they don't like seeing it. It's former players, bro. They don't like
Henry akijaribu kuwater down.
Henry was Ayama. Henry was generational. He was mercurial. He was doing the job.
Yeah, he's not trying to water down his success. Okay, yeah, success basically. Why is Schneider trying to water down how good
Schneider, we know where his nini started from. 2010. From 2010 to...
Yeah, plus alikuwa Madrid as well.
Yeah, so you're pia to now. Yeah. But Yamal is, bro, and I feel like...
Yamal?
We were talking about Mbappe and Haaland. Sawa. That's output. And you know, as we were spoiled by output ya Ronaldo and Messi.
Yes.
These guys are on 30 odd, 40 odd goals. When guys were doing 60, 70 back to back, Messi did 91.
Look at how crazy we are about Gyökeres because amefunga sio atibao ni 40 ama ni Chouan
50 in nini.
Okay, Chouan ni mob.
Chouan ni mob because he's doing a goal a game.
Yeah.
Ronaldo at some point was 1.3 CG goals per game. You know I mean, haya leo La Liga niko na brace. Tuesday tuko na midweek fixture hiyo ni hat-trick. Yeah. Umeniletea Getafe bao 5. What are we like? It's crazy business.
It's stupid
so,
levels.
I think it's a breath of fresh air. Unajua vile Dada B alisemanga it's a fresh of breath air. So it's really good to see a player like Yamal who number one is on the biggest stage.
Yeah.
He's cooking seasoned defenders.
Yep.
I think what he needs to kidogo improve, and he will with time, is his finishing.
Dude, he's a teenager.
And kidogo decision making. But bro, he is... my only fear for him is being overworked by both Barcelona and Spain. We've seen Gavi.
We've seen Pedri. Like that, bro, utacheza kila game.
Was it 2 seasons ago? Yeah. Pedri did 72 games.
No kidding.
72
but Pedri
games
as well. Fuck.
They're good.
Barca, bro.
They're good.
Barca.
La Masia.
Lamine Yamal. Okay, Rafinha najua alitoa Leeds. Pedri, Gavi.
Madness. There are other guys.
Fermin Lopez.
Kuna Fermin, kuna
Kubasi.
Pau Victor, Kubasi pia.
Chief.
And on the other side, sisi tunatumia tudo.
Nyinyi kuspend.
Trent anaweza cross ya Mbappe.
Kuja.
Leta huyo. Gege. Nami kuja free. Leta yeye saa hii. Alfonso amevunjika but tunataka huyo. Leta. Like it's very two different approaches, but
the approach of Barcelona this season
I feel
has
like
absolutely
what Barca have done
supreme.
and Real were at some point 8 points ahead.
Yeah.
They were 8 points clear.
Oh, for real?
This season.
Because I know there's the roller coaster in La Liga this season has been crazy. Nakumbuka kuna time Barcelona walikuwa sort of unbeaten. They were on a high.
And then
bang.
They were
Maradona, Real Madrid, Atletico.
8 points behind Real. They are now 7 clear.
Chief.
This was a massive this weekend. But we watched a classic.
No contest there.
Walieka sambaya though. Ilikuwa ina coincide na game yenu. Niko najua na watch game yenu alafu yao.
Yeah, hata nyinyi hatukuona second half ya game yenu vizuri, but yeah. I think the other league that is quite interesting is Serie A.
Serious.
It's serious.
Bro. And you know why?
Because Napoli
you just threw in a McTominay. And now it's chaos.
Yeah, and
that guy, I think he just got inaitwaje? Player of the month.
Yeah, he was a player of the month in April.
Like, bro,
it's insane. He
has 11 goals from midfield. It's nothing new, as we've seen.
But they drew over the weekend.
Napoli.
Yeah. They were held to a draw, I think, by Genoa.
What are they? Like a point behind?
They are a point ahead. They are a point ahead with 2 games to go. So, and Inter Milan have tougher games because Inter they go away to Lazio. No, they host Lazio and they go away to Como. Apparently Como is cooking, bro.
Como is the most informed team, league-wise,
in
the top 5 leagues. They've won the last 8 in a row. Yeah.
So kuna timu walikuwa bumper to bumper na Wolves.
Fabri ako on gas.
Goddamn. Apparently now by Leverkusen, he's all gas and no brakes.
Let me tell you.
Leverkusen apparently now want Fabregas.
Leverkusen should get Fabregas because you see, and I think midfielders make the best coaches.
Yeah.
Ani watu wanajua game kabisa. Your Alonso's, your Fabregas. Nika ukisikia scores atakuwa nini?
Roy Keane would differ with that.
Kwa nini?
Was he a fantastic coach?
Alikoach wapi?
Birimaru.
Alikoach wapi?
Hey, Sunderland.
Lini?
Hata hakumaliza season.
Buda.
When the team was better than Sunderland and you don't even finish the season.
Garide. No, but like more often than not. Like some of the best coaches are midfielders. Nika Busquets akiamka aseme I want to be a coach. Bro.
Yeah.
Utaona watu wameona aiye. No Ange. Hii haibambi. Ile inabamba
ni sasa.
Yeah. But that Syria is looking good.
Absolutely, man. It's going down to the wire.
Do you know France want to do a weird thing? They want to make they want to introduce
like a playoff.
A playoff, your 4 teams
for the final 4
to win the league.
That's stupid.
It's the craziest thing I've seen.
I mean, it's a league. What's the essence of a league anyway?
You see, like even for me, like for the championship, okay, bet you're already playing 48 games.
Yeah.
Why are we
even the top 2 don't do playoffs.
Yeah, the top 2 don't do.
Is it the top 2?
No, the top 2 don't do.
Yes, they go automatically.
They do 3,
4, 5, 6.
3 to 6.
Yes.
And wanaingia Wembley.
Yeah.
Game. Alafu final.
Yeah.
Which is
the final is the only one they go to Wembley.
No.
Because Sunderland Kajana walikuwa wanacheza.
Wanaenda Wembley.
No, but they were not playing at Wembley.
No, what was this? Jana? The final do go. Yeah, the final do go.
So the playoffs you play home and away in your own respective stadium.
Yeah.
From the final now.
That's many games. That's 48. That's 48.
Plus
48 plus
2, 50, 51.
1 games league.
Yeah.
Kuna FA Cup mahali. If you have a good FA Cup run.
Now imagine all that. Imagine you do 51 and you still don't get to the goddamn Prem.
And that's a lot. Kuna mtu amecheza 72 games. Okay.
Alright, I don't get anything else to talk about. I mean, since your last year, of course, Arsenal has exited the Champions League as well. Got knocked out. I'm
sure you're muligusilia.
Did we? I don't think we have actually done a podcast since we got knocked out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I think I saw it coming though. Like,
really?
I did. I think the fact that you were not able to score at home and not look really comfortable at home.
Yeah.
There are kidogo signs, and PSG have just been on a different level.
I mean,
by the time you're seeing one of the most injury-prone players in recent history get a hamstring injury, and 5 days later he's fit.
Yeah, he had to squeeze it in there.
He just knows, hey, ni ile Arsenal.
He had to squeeze it.
Yeah.
And so it's also crazy as well how of the two teams we had more chances than them, but we are the ones that went out. Again, goes back to the mistake that was done in the summer or even in January
of not getting
a striker. True. So you're paying dearly for that with 0 trophies.
I kid you not.
So
I feel like if you don't, like we thought it was unfathomable, you guys not getting a striker in January and last summer. If you don't get one this summer, honestly, I think the Arteta outcries
stands August 1st.
Yeah. And I don't even know if it's just Arteta out, I'm adjust, or the hierarchy.
It's always harder to get the hierarchy out.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're telling me.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
You know that about that all too well, don't you?
Bro, it's insane.
So it's going to be Arteta. I mean, but then again, of course, there's all those reports coming out about Gyökeres and shit, so maybe we might actually just sign one. But what I hate about the fact that we never signed one is early on the summer transfer window last season, there was that Sheshko, innuendos, and we wanted him.
You could have gotten him for less than 30 or something.
No, not really.
It was 30-something.
After that,
nothing.
So what was the intent anyway?
Zilch.
Bro, absolutely sucks. But we'll get that one over the line, and once we do that, my friend,
we'll see.
You best get prepared for that.
We will be here. We will be here. We will be there.
I don't want to preempt it.
We will be there.
But I'll preempt it once Gyökeres signs over the line.
We will.
For the dotted line. Once he does that, Zubi is coming in. Once we get Gyökeres in, and maybe get another wing.
200 million to be Real Sociedad. We will be there.
Yeah.
We will be there.
We'll be there for him.
We will be there.
That's what's up, man. Thanks for coming through. Always a pleasure.
I'll be back a bit more often. I'm back now fully. Don't worry.
Since it's ending, but we're ending this Katumengia for Nations League, Katumengia goddamn club all cup. So the football ain't stopping, bruv. Once we get into the season again, all the way to December, we get to the AFCON. Once we get down to the AFCON, we go back to the league and the Champions League. Once we get done with that, World Cup. Should not be banging the table like that, but I guess I'm just excited about that.
Hanging on that.
Yeah. I've been Nyaassh the Jabroni Slayer. He has been
the Vibes Alliance.
This has been the Extra Digest podcast. Catch you on the next one. Check it out everywhere. Football Digest KE.
Yeah, man.